What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 87 of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, we had a couple of fantastic battles culminating in Cetra the Imperishable's last stand at the Wizard Calip's palace. Kind of ironic that his last stand was where Arcan's home province is, and it was Cetra who died there. Well, his faction will be destroyed next turn, but nonetheless, pretty good. In terms of what we gotta do this time around, well, we've gotta wipe out Telaqua. In fact, maybe we'll start with wiping out Telaqua, and then we'll see what else we can get ourselves up to. To the Deadhead Monoliths you go, Raider Namtar to Telaqua, like so. And auto-resolve and raise everything and take it back. Okay, you won't be able to take that back, but next turn. And in fact, wait, do we actually want you to do it, or do we want you to sail out? Perhaps that's what we want. Let's do this. Overseer True-Eye. We're gonna have you... wait. Yobaz. Wait. Let me think about this. Yobaz is gonna go here. Overseer True-Eye is gonna go here. And we're going to auto-resolve this. Like so. And, ooh, 5.5k, very nice. Raise the place. We're gonna trade it to, another Trickster's Helm. Overseer True-Eye, we're going to trade it to our friends, the Tzeentchians, later on. Also, you're supposed to be following Scaff Stonebeard around, so you are going to march stance and you're going to begin to follow him. Raider Namtar, you're going to occupy Telaqua, and then Yobaz, you're gonna go this way as well. We're gonna send the rest of these guys out to sea. Colonize this tower, and we'll build some basic stuff real quick, just so that it's more valuable to Tzeentch. Just stuff that's worth money, though, I think. I don't even want to spend the... yeah, no, well, we can spend a little bit of this stuff, but I don't want to spend the raw materials since we have very few remaining at this point. And there we go. That's good enough. It's not like we actually need Tzeentch to declare war on anybody at this point, because we have them fighting everybody. It doesn't matter. You guys will go to the Deadhead Monoliths. Raider Vargarl will go here, and we'll probably send Raider Namtar to Karak Zorn, just in case Zhatan can't reach it in time, and we'll get a guaranteed battle of at least one enemy there. Hopefully we can get Lightning Strike by the time we get there, though I'm not sure that we will, but we'll see. Raider Namtar deserves a proper fight before the end of the campaign, as he is, well, he's got his reward, but part of the reward should be killing things, shouldn't it? It's the only way. Thrunbaj Unsaled, you are up next, friendo. We should probably take out WordPad. In fact, here's what we'll do. We'll move you here near to WordPad, and then we'll use Overseer Traino to raise it, hopefully... okay, you're not allied with anybody, just had to double check. Hopefully we could do this without losing any units, even in this little Traino army. Like so. And oh, I should have done that the other way around. Well, it's too late now. Opal Amulet, but raised... oh, you know what? Just occupied his tower, screw it. Fantastic. Faction destroyed Stirland yet again, another Book of Ashur, but we don't need it on you. Certainly not on the follower armies. Orchards do upkeep protection for hobgoblins, not that we need them at this point, over 100k as we are, but we definitely need the Fane Guard, the prototype Mega Mortar, and then the military structures here as well. Lovely. All military all the time. And there we go. We now have what I've been wanting, kind of, which is a line of fortresses, all tier 5 going right through the center of the empire. So we'll hold... this is all going to be ruins. Then we have the line of fortresses. Behind them, another line of ruins, or possibly territories belonging to Wintertooth, and then our own line of stuff back there. It's pretty well protected, as the enemy has to go through a lot to get there. Hopefully they won't bypass the fortresses this time. Anyway, you are going to stay in our own territory, and you're going to go to Kemperbad and raise it, whereas Nabua and Gorazin... I mean, we still have 9 turns, so you should be able to get back in time. Nabua, raise Doddernbach, I think. You know what, raise it yourself, as in without the help of... oh, actually... we may want to move the army in just so we don't take casualties, as this is a minor settlement. We still have a Nuln to raise as well, after all. And this will, in fact, be raised. Auto-resolve, and I should have checked whether the auto-resolve was going to kill off anything here, but no, it doesn't look like it. Raise the place for those resources. Don't need the Crown of Command on Nabua, although it's not the worst thing. But not on him. He's going to get a healing potion. And then you two can stay near each other. Can you go in camp? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. No, that didn't work. Stay together, in case one of you gets attacked. And then we'll head close to Nuln, we'll raise it, and then we'll send Nabua back to Karazakarak for the endgame scenario. Lovely. Okay, who is up next? Troop train, don't need to move. Gorth the Cruel, are you? Okay, you're stuck, or you're done. You're done moving, at least, until the endgame. You should probably raise Vol's Anvil. In fact, here's what we'll do. You're gonna start by raising Vol's Anvil. Drash. And you can just auto-resolve that when we saw how easy the other tree was to raise, so this one's no problem. 6k for it. Very nice. And we can take it immediately as well. Poor Wood Elves. And then if we want to, we can take out Findal and Vidrioth. We'll see. I'll think about it. If we're hankering for a fight, we may well do so. Prototype Mega Mortar and... Oh, I built the tribute collectors here? I didn't need to build the tribute collectors here, my bad. We don't need the money. At all. In fact, right now I'm kind of considering deleting a bunch of money buildings that we have in a few other locations just to get the raw materials that they're making back, because we really don't need them. If that's something to do, I'll probably do it between the episodes, though. Anyway, we can build patrol routes here, but keep the province otherwise relatively militarized. So we'll go for military stuff. I doubt that we'll need to build stuff here, but who knows? Who knows? And just in case. And so will the Wood Elves fall. That is a Draj. In fact, we'll send Overseer Barak to sit here in Kingsglade, wherein if these guys try to attack it, they'll have to deal with Barak. I guess they could bypass him and go to the Oak of Ages, but, well, I guess we'll see. Anyway. Who is up next after Draj? Gorth the Cruel we've seen. Draj is there. Astrogoth. Okay, so what I want you to do is move around Middenheim, then go from this direction, raise it, and then head up to Salzenmund right after. Auto. And raise. Alright, you moved away, but that's fine. We can have Raider Startaker grab it for us. Oh, wait, actually, no. You know what? We're gonna leave it a ruin, aren't we? There's no need to... Yeah, alright, fine. And then you instead are going to move beside Astrogoth, and we'll head up to Salzmund. Actually, you know what? No, maybe we will take it after all. Take it at tier 5, and take Salzmund, and then trade it to allies, just to get them to declare war on more factions. In fact, Kigal, I want you to stay near Norden, but don't go there right now, because I'd like for, if possible, these guys to occupy it, and thus we can trade them Salzmund. And then I guess we'll have to give Archaon, for example, Wolfenburg. Just something so that he can... something so that he can join a bunch of wars as well. Keep everybody nice and friendly. The only one we will not be able to do that with, I guess, then is Shadow Legion, but there's really no way to do it unless they occupy a territory belonging to the Reichlanders nearby. Anyway, Gorthy, we checked you already. Kigel, Mad Hatter, Recruiter, Raider. Recruiter, Guardian doesn't need to move. I've renamed some of the Raiders to Guardians, the ones that are sitting in settlements that won't be needing to move. Overseer the Black, I guess you will jump, but probably next turn, as in right now it would be dangerous for you to do so. Guardian, okay, no, you don't need to move because you're Guardian. Overseer Grimtide's son is an Overseer, but should actually be changed to a Guardian, and should also be getting rid of these two Hobgoblin Cutthroats, to be perfectly frank. Maybe we should give him a couple of artillery pieces. I kind of don't want to get rid of the arms. You know what? Maybe I'll do that between the episodes at some point, but for now, just get a couple of extra Hobgobbo sneaky gits, and then we'll name you Guardian. There we go. And that's just for me, so I know who doesn't need to move anymore. Alright, so that was Guardian Grimtide's son. Hargremouse Stout Troll does not need to move. Not technically a Guardian, but... You know what? No, no, no. The Guardians are like raiders. This is an actual army, so I need to keep it where it is. Rykkarth the Red does no longer need to move. Raider Rurikaz is waiting for the last of his recruitment. Heck of a raider, though. And let's see. Who else? Oh, that was it. Alright, went through the list a little bit faster than I was expecting, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because we can end the turn and find ourselves some fights. Where would we find ourselves a fight, is the question. Hopefully if we find something. You know what? If we find nothing, we'll declare war on Vidrioth and then we'll attack them. That'll be worth a fight, because they have the stack at the Crags of Findal, plus the stack belonging to Findal. It makes sense. Alrighty, skip Garrison Lord not moved, skip unassigned skill points, hero not moved, don't care. Building upgrade available, don't care. Commandment, what commandment? Oh, here. Yeah, sure, let's go for the billowing smokestacks, I guess. Yeah, sure. Next commandment involves Anvil. You can also go for Masterful Architects. Convoy dispatch available. Guess we can send out another convoy. Create convoy. And okay, so it's only you, Rurikaz. Everybody else is away. Alright, fine. Add Master, and then Rurikaz, we want you to go as far as possible to get as much raw material as possible. There's not a lot of places that are far away. Looks like the Black Crag is the furthest. Alright, well then, Black Crag it is. 385, it's like nothing. Ugh. But oh well, dispatch. And then in the last few turns before the endgame scenario, we'll need to do no admin at all, and just to save up enough raw materials just to rush construction of a few things as needed, depending on where we need them. Either way, that looks like an end turn to me, so let's end the turn, let's proceed. Ooh, I wonder if Balthazar Gelt is going to stay there. Honestly, if Balthazar Gelt is going to stay at Nuln, we'll use Nabua to raise it, because that way we can get the buff on Nabua's army before he rushes back to Karazakarak. And, oh, they're not going to occupy Norden? Come on, what was the point of all that? They looked like they were going to occupy it, and then they decided for whatever crazy reason that they didn't want to. I probably should have just manually told them to occupy. Maybe I'll do that next turn. We do have some allegiance with them after all, as in the Legion of Chaos, unless the Warhost of the Apocalypse occupies it. Nope, they don't want it either. Come on now. Why do none of you want it? It's a port. I get that it's not a main settlement, but you should still probably occupy it, and the Legion of Chaos can actually hold those. Alistar was ambushing. Oh, I thought he had run away, but apparently he had not. These guys are just hanging out here, eh? Interesting, interesting. Orion, Avalna, they got 3 armies back here. Fascinating. Now I wonder where Orion is going. We're gonna pop you into ambush stance right here, Mr. Hatter. And we're gonna see if Orion is gonna try to go up to Xerixil, because if he is, then we'll be able to ambush him. Damn, yeah, we're gonna need another army out here. Huh. Interesting. But I don't know what army. The Mad Hatter's supposed to go to Barack-Var. You know what? We may actually have to do something different and keep him where he is. Maybe send Gorth the Cruel to Barack-Var. And to Karak-Azul send Hargrimaz Cinderbeard, who is going this way. Yeah, don't care about the sacrifices and the stuff. Ooh, Hunts Marshal's expedition is done for. Ready for duty, delete. Thanks, thanks. I'm so glad delete is ready for duty. Convoy completed again, and we'll go for that in a little bit. We have, is this the last technology? Yes, the very last technology. Fantastic. Gorthy, I guess you're going. Go to 8 Peaks for now, and then march all the way to Barack-Var, where you will be defending it. Alright, and I suppose if Barack-Var doesn't spawn, then you can move this way and help against Karazakarak. Not that I think you'll need to. Nabua, you... Did these guys move away? No, Findal's still there. Fantastic. You are going to grab Balthazar Gelt's defeat trait at Nuln, so I want you to march up in... just going in the camp stance, doesn't really matter. And then raise Nuln. Oh, I guess we don't need to retake it at tier 5, do we? Well, either way, raise it. Is this going to kill anything? No, doesn't look like it. It's a weak and pathetic little army. Nabawak has bigger fish to fry. Erase it, and then head back. It's time to move back to Karazakarak and get ready for that endgame. Away you go. Lovely. Gorzin, you could, if you wanted to claim Nuln tier 5 for us. This is not something that we can build, I believe. You know what? I'm just curious. Go here. I want to see if this is actually possible. If this actually gives us something. Colonizes tower. Huh, we can build something. What does this do? Recruitment reduction, recruitment to rank for artillery and war machine units faction-wide. Oh, okay, fine. I guess we're keeping the place. And it gives us armaments as well. Nuln is actually quite a nice province. Dotternbach and Wissenberg. Man, no, we can't have more territory. We can't. No, Ruinous, don't do it. I'll think about it. We'll just keep Nuln, that's for sure, but I don't know about the rest of the territories. How about that? Anyway, Thrunba Junzeled, you're fine where you are, and so is Overseer Traino, so let's send you to take or raise Kemperbad, and then we'll have you take Grunberg as well. Like so. And raise it. Alright, you're gonna move away to our own territory now. Not close enough to Wordbad, unfortunately, but you can march stance and start moving out here if you want to. And it looks like we do want you to. And Overseer Traino, I guess you're following along. I guess we will keep Thrunbaj out here instead of defending Zufbar, which means we'll send Mulj the Red Bull to Zufbar instead. He'll defend that. And he's got some decent, he's got a decent army. I mean, everybody has a decent army at this point in time, but you know what I mean. Also, I think it's time to buff up our armaments even further, so let's head back to that Hellforge Manufactory, max it out. War machines. So, what do we have here? Hellbound, perfect vigor, magical attacks, and physical resistance. Hit points greater than 25, we'll take it. Next up, now Bound Barrier Demon is good. In fact, it's very good. However, this would essentially only be applicable to artillery that is of the Skullcracker variety and occasionally the Iron Demons. It's rare for our other artillery to take any hits at all, which means, and same with immune to contact effects, I think we're going to actually maximize their range capability. Go extra powder, ammunition, extra reload, so lots of ammunition, lots of extra range damage, and then lastly we'll get the Blazing Body. This will still help our Skullcrackers. Would Blazing Body be better than Barrier? I'm not sure. It's only enabled in melee. Melee damage reflection is swell. It's only 25, but on the Skullcrackers could still be quite effective. I'm not entirely sure between barrier hit points and Blazing Body as to what actually would be of a bigger benefit to us. In fact, you guys let me know if you have any opinions on that. The benefit of Barrier Demon would be it would be bound to all units, whereas Blazing Body would generally be only effective for the Skullcrackers. On the other hand, once again, we never get hit on our artillery pieces, and I doubt that's going to change, to be perfectly frank, so this is still probably not going to give us too much value except on the Skullcrackers. Do Blazing Body for now, and I'll think about it. Although the Skullcrackers would be able to replenish that barrier over time. I mean, I guess we could also lose one of the ammunition things. You know what, let's see how our ammunition does, and then I will think about it. Blazing Body does combine with Hellbound for another 10% physical resistance, though, which ain't bad. Anyway, this is what we're doing for now, 5.5k, and it'll go to 6k if we replace one of them with Bound Barrier Demon as well. Apply. Down to 3.3k armaments. Do you see how many those frickin' factories you need? It's absolutely ridiculous. Man. I mean, the amount of territory we had to take to max out the... that part to the manufactory is pretty insane, isn't it? Anyway, let's keep going until we... Wait, did I skipped a few... Oh! I wasn't doing it in order. My bad. Zhatan, you are gonna start moving. You are now actually moving back to Carrick Zorn, so let's see what you can destroy here. Time to get Khemri destroyed for good. And can you actually reach anybody? Ah, no, you're not close enough by the looks of it. Well, Zhatan, take out this guy, and then King Ramecht, and then head to Karak Zorn, and then we'll just hope you get there in time. And if you don't, well, Raider Namtar will hopefully take care of it for us. It's not like you're needed here anymore. Auto resolve. Ransom captive. Transfer the captives. You don't need the money, and there we go. Khemri is now gone. You're going into March Stance, and you're moving out. Overseer Thunderscowl, do we need you here? Well, we don't need Kalon Ironwell here, because we don't need any of these territories anymore, so you, my friend, are out, and we don't need to look at you. I don't remember who Overseer Thunderscowl was the overseer of, as in who he was supposed to follow. Maybe it was just a random one? Well, either way, he's not needed here. I mean, I guess we could actually keep him on the... Nah, I was about to say keep him on the coastline, but this is all going to get traded away anyway, so there's no need to do that either. What the heck? These guys keep damaging our freaking buildings. Wait, you gotta be kidding me. It costs us 2.5k to repair this? No, it's not happening. That's insane. That is really, really insane. That's not happening. I don't know why they decided to make it that costly to do that, but yeah, no thank you. Overseer True Eye. We're going to... I was going to hope to head you to the Deadhead Monoliths, but if that's not going to work out, here's what we'll do. Scaff, you're going to grab the Deadhead Monoliths, and we'll colonize it as factory, just temporarily. Then we're going to sail out Yobaz, who is going to go up north, like so. Then Overseer True Eye is going to go right beside Scaff, because the two have to travel together. Raider Namtar is no longer needed here, and will be traveling to Karak Zorn this way. Alright. And then we'll be trading the statues of the gods into Laqua to Tzinch shortly. In fact, they can have the... I'll do it later. In fact, I'll probably do it between the episodes just so that we don't have to deal with it. Raider Namt, or Vargarl rather, grab those remnants of battle for us, would ya? And the sunken chest, another trunk of maps. Damn. I was hoping for something a little bit of materials at CE, but you can't always have materials at sea. Oh well. Once again, we've had plenty of them this campaign, so I can't complain. Troop Train, you're fine. Tordric Drake Killer. Now the question is, what do we do with you? I was thinking, well, for one, you need to stay around Karak Hearn, because that's what you're going to be defending against. We could go up to Karak Norn. If we attack Durthu, we should probably attack him in multiple places at the same time. Yeah, we're probably gonna do it. And just so that we don't have to worry about him being here. And then we can attack the Waterfall Palace of Jiraj after we attack the Crags of Findal, which by the looks of it is what we're going to get up to this in this episode. Looks like we're going to take out the Wood Elves. And you know what? I don't mind at all. I do enjoy watching the superiority of the of our artillery against them. Anyway, Astrogoth, it's your turn to move, my friend. I was gonna send you to Solzenmund, and I guess we still can. We just need somebody to occupy Norden. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna tell you to occupy Norden. Then I'm going to tell you to siege Solzenmund. Then I'm going to tell... Yeah, let me see if I can get this right. And, oh, there's an army there. Continue the siege. Just wait, I got this. Do I got this? I don't know. Ooh, well, look at that. Karl Franz. I would love for Astrogoth to be able to take him out. Astrogoth, move here. See if we can do this correctly. Then, we will send you to occupy Middenheim. Just to trade it to allies, mind you. Not to keep. Raider Zanaz, you're going to transfer these units, and then we are going to send you back here in case we need to recruit some stuff. Tech Thief done, go here. Overseer the Black, you're gonna jump. Not quite far enough. Will you be in danger from Karl? Maybe. Can't quite tell. We'll see. If you die, you die. You're just an overseer. We don't care about you. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. That's the name of the game for an overseer. Now you are going to auto-resolve this and raise it. Nobody should be damaged, hopefully. And 5k. Very nice. And you're gonna move away, unfortunately. Damn. I was hoping to occupy... Wow, you are going to move real far. And hey! A plague for Astrogoth? That's rude. He did not deserve that. Alright, but Astrogoth needs to start moving now. We got 8 turns, and he needs to be in Krakadrak by the time the endgame scenario arrives. I hope that one of these guys doesn't occupy Salzenmund, but it very well might happen that one of them does. I was hoping, basically, to give Salzenmund that tier 5 to these guys. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the raw materials, but, well, I wanted to, so I did. Oh well, either way we're gonna build stuff up at Middenheim to trade 2 allies, so let's do the cheap stuff. The reasonably cheap stuff. That all takes 1 turn, because... Let's do... You know what? Let's do that. We have a very limited income of armaments now, so I don't want to let them go. Especially every single unit now will cost us an extra like 100 armaments per turn, so we really need to be careful about that. Anyway, that was Astrogoth, so who needs to move next? Can find you. I am slightly lost, I will admit this. Raider Fastcard, I could have sworn I moved you, but apparently I didn't. Just go out here. Wait, where the heck was Astrogoth? Mad Hatter, Kigel... Oh, there he was. Okay, now we're fine, we're fine. I was moving the right unit, guys. Don't panic. False alarm. Alrighty, we also need another temperamental, sure. Wait, don't these guys automatically have Blood Greed? No, they don't. Wait, don't they get Blood Greed? I don't know. But I guess it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. And I'm just making this little support army with Chaos Knights and a bunch of Cav for Astrogoth to head out to Karakadrak to just use even more Bull Centaur renders, because you can always use more Bull Centaur renders, right? And just like Hashut intended. Anyway, who is up next? Raider Startaker, Vargarl, Overseer the Black... I think I skipped somebody. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Alright, let's keep moving down though. Guardian Helldower doesn't need to move. Raider the Scourger, I guess you're up next. Okie dokie. Oh, right. You... What the heck do we do with you? I guess we just send you up north? We also want you to actually global recruit some stuff. You know what? Stay here and global recruit a couple more Gobos. If we get you some proper units, then we'll do so later. We should actually probably replace you as an Overseer as well, to a higher level Overseer. Is there a reason why I never replaced you? Irate and Seasoned Campaigner, I guess, but tier 50 or a level 50 would probably still be better. Anyway, I'll deal with that later, if I bother. Overseer Baruch, you have to stay here for now. You're stuck, basically. And while there's a few more to move, I don't think anybody else other than Draj really needs to do anything important. Just double checking the last of them. Ooh, are you done now? You got 1 more turn. 1 more turn. Okay, now we're done. So we want to do one important thing, which is have Draj attack the Crags of Findal. Crag Halls of Findal. Whatever. You're at war with the Skaven, yes? So Skaven, let's chat. We will declare war on Vidrioth for you, so you better be grateful about this. Propose offer. And there we go, Draj, it's time to burn yet another wooded location. Isn't it so appropriate that we send the fire army to burn the wood elves down? I think it's appropriate, and I think it's fantastic. Alrighty, now this will be a battle close victory apparently, but we'll see what the enemy can do here. Still low casualties, despite the double stacks. Alright. Alright, I'm with Zharr on this one. Here we go, back through the Wood Elves territory. Completely necessary, guys, I assure you, completely necessary. I love bringing fire to a forest fight. Only you can't stop forest fires. Anyway, once again, I am excited about getting a good battle out of this, since the tree, the Oak of Ages, was such an easy, take for these guys. This will hopefully not be. We have a full stack here, and Zharr is going to open up the battle by annoying these enemy Glade Guard and Deepwood Scouts. They are terrified of him and Cinderbreath, and rightly so, with all the spells he can drop upon them and the anger of the bull. Obviously, we're also going to bombard the enemy as best we can with our magma cannons. Don't have any Dreadquakes in this particular army to dish out damage faster than we normally would, but you know, makes sense as a fire army, and it definitely deserves magma cannons instead. It's not like they aren't super effective, because they damn well are. Zharr still hanging around by himself unsupported, but really the enemy isn't forcing a bunch of units into the fray here, so he can do his own thing until they do. And probably even past that point. Look at him just slowly, menacingly walking towards them, and ooh, some Glade Riders decide to charge in and back out. Some Dryads bringing up the rear as well. Maybe they're now finally moving in to try to surround Zhatan, though how effective that's going to be, I'm not sure. He's going to keep spamming those burning wrath abilities and drop a few spells on himself just so that he doesn't get completely surrounded. And then behind him we've summoned our unit of Kadai Fireborn on top of this unit of Deepwood Scouts, and it looks like they're getting absolutely ripped apart. It also looks like we have plenty of units over on this side of the map, which we will certainly want to go after shortly. Anyway, Zhatan, or not Zhatan, Drajwath rather, is having a pretty good time back there. We have not yet moved our main army forward, but are going to begin to do so. Right now, sorry about that. Alright, had to take a couple drinks there. Almost lost my voice, slash, choked on nothing. Heck of a way to die, choking on nothing. Anyway. Here we go. The Kadai destroyers are gonna move towards the barricade and are gonna break through it. Those brave Glade Guards standing on top of that barricade. And not much they can do about it, and it looks like they'll rout before the barricade goes down. Would have actually loved to see it destroyed with them at the same time, but oh well. We are going to get pelted a little bit by the enemy missile troops, so we got pretty darn solid resistances on the Kadai destroyers. We got a 35% bronze shield, 126 armor, 15 missile, 45 physical, and 5 ward save. These guys can tank a lot of range damage, even though their HP could I guess be a little bit higher. They're still very tanky. And it looks like Zharr has found some more enemies, as a few units of Hawk Riders have decided to fight him in melee. Probably a bad idea to fight him in melee. You can do plenty of damage from the air as well there, Hawk Riders, so not sure what the decision was supposed to be there. Oh, I think they were blocking their lord from getting attacked. Anyway, another Flames of Asgore, his signature spell coming down and hitting, I think, 2 units and basically killing them both with that single cast, while the rest of our army finally starts moving forward. Oh, look, there's some Treekin over here. Love to see some destroyers versus Treekin. I love the contrast between their green glow and the red glow of the destroyers. Destroyers keep getting hit by, I don't know, abilities and arrows, but they just don't care. Kadai take what they want. There we are, the fire versus the trees. How do you think this one is gonna go? Man, I bet all of this is really triggering the PTSD from Durthu having been wounded by dwarfs, and now the Chaos Dwarfs come to ATHEL LOREN, bringing fire demons and stuff as well. That's got to be pretty horrifying. he'd get triggered by regular dwarfs as well as chaos, and these guys just combine it to a horrific effect. Zharr is still doing just fine. He's been taking missile shots pretty much for the entire battle, but has killed off those eagles, a bunch of enemy units, and is going after that enemy Glade Lord, who is trying to run away from him as well. Zharr is up to 508. Can I just get to... Thank you. 518 kills and 44,000 damage as well. Man, you know, it's funny. I feel like the Burning Wrath might actually be the best spell in the Allure of Hashut. It's so cheap and so effective, and you just constantly spam it non-stop on basically every lord and every hero that can use it. It's very good. Though I do love cheap spammable spells as well. Anyway, the Kadai keep marching forward and burning those elves. Now the barricade shatters under the ministrations of the Destroyer, living up to its name, of course. And these guys are not going to hold for much longer. In addition to that, rather than sending all of our army in the same location, we've also sent a bunch of Kadai Fireborn over to this side as well to run through those enemies with the support from the two sorcerers, rather. Not so much for their magic, because I think the Kadai would have destroyed all of this anyway, but rather because they're demon smiths, and if these Kadai do get a little bit damaged, we can use that reforge ability to heal them up. Whereas Zharr supporting the rest of the army will be fine. Anyway, the balance of power is about 85 maybe % in our favor, at the very least 80, and growing with every second. Ooh, looks like Zharr has found a Waystalker, who we are going to get some very nice air on with that charge from Cinder Breath. And let's see, Zharr is more or less fine as well. Yeah, I do see that barrier is coming back up. Maybe we should put barriers on more of our units rather than certain other things. I'll think about it. Barriers are very strong, after all. Very, very strong. Just in some situations, they're not needed. Like, the Kadai Destroyers, they're already so strong that the barrier... Like, in situations where the barrier would go down, they're probably... Or rather... I feel like in situations where a barrier might be needed, the Kadai Fireborn would already be extremely threatened. And then or the Kadai Destroyers, rather. The Fireborn are in a little bit worse shape because they're glass cannons, unlike the Destroyers. Anyway, balance of power is at about 100% in our favor now, as the rest of the enemy army shatters, and yet another one of these great trees will fall. Fantastic. Zharr really did well himself here in this particular battle. Oh, he didn't quite finish off that Waystalker, and not in a good way, but oh well, the rest of our army has advanced through the trees and force the rest of the enemy to shatter. Alright, very, very nice, and another tree burned to the ground. Fantastic, and that was probably the hardest of the trees. And I doubt that we'll have any difficulty taking the Waterfall Palace, as it doesn't seem like Durthu has a full stack there at the current time. Also, Zharr is starting to feel real dangerous. 806 kills and 72,000 damage, vastly, and I mean vastly outdoing the rest of his army. Almost on par, I would say, with the rest of his army. Maybe a third of the damage that the rest of his army has caused, but still a great job. We're going to raise the place, and look at all those raw materials. They'll be gone in a turn or so, but I'm still fairly glad that we got those. And we can go here to Valzandal, heal to full, and then raise the Waterfall Palace next, at the same time as Tordrek Drakekiller moves to Karak Norn and takes them out there. How many territories does Durthu have? Only the 3. A little bit unfortunate. I did want to potentially try to ally with him, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. He really didn't like us attacking the other Wood Elves, and I do think it was necessary to do so, considering that, well, they're moving around in our allied territories, and we don't want these breaking down such that the enemy can actually go to our own territories, especially as the Wood Elves are particularly annoying with, well, what they can do. Anyway, calling it here. Next time, we once again continue to advance towards the endgame scenario. 8 turns left, but we have by and large moved as far as we want to in terms of getting closer to territory, so now it's going to be time to turn back and head towards our defending positions. So stay tuned for more Zhatan as we head to the end. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.